Yeah, unfortunately, not going to see that Sin Keys we've been talking about just yet.
Not yet, but maybe you can. You never know. In the meantime, we got of
We
course
can always hope.
the intros. Probably Biken's probably my favorite intro in this whole
Yeah,
game.
for now, we can just sit back, watch a Kurosawa film, have a good
Yeah,
time.
yeah, fine dining.
Looks like a bit of a slow start from Tuichi, but that's fine. Biken is a character that can kind of handle either a slow or a fast start very well. All right, we've got the tether.
Yeah, we got the tether. Just ties it back up. We're taking you to the dog park. Gets hit with the tatami afterwards. It's going for a throw. One more tie just to make sure you got the corner and feel like you got him down. And
ooh, that is
for it.
Terrifying miss-ins, but I hope Tweety doesn't get too blown up for that. But this is Soul, and that is the one thing that Soul Bad Guy is known for.
That's true, especially when like you're tethered like that. Got a pretty decent chunk of damage, but managed to get a scrape by out of way. Good use of the jump slash afterwards with the Yozansen. Going right back in. RC's 4 days. Atami and just going to tap that, keep you in that corner again. Whoa!
Yeah, that safe play from Tuigi, just pulling out that round.
Yeah, very nice use up. You see a lot of Bikens, especially going in, like tuning the ball back, letting the bungee core take effect on that, and very nice use from Toji there.
Yep, and here we go in the corner once again. Tethered, gonna get the punish on the TKO Zansen that time. Refreshing the tether. Bit of plus frames too. Can't say no to plus frames.
Nope, no, certainly not. Going to get one. That doesn't finish the combo quite yet, but still has the corner, still has the advantage here. Gets a little bit of a clip, but no connecting flight.
Yeah, I was really worried about that whiff 6S, but everything looks okay. RC is the 6H. Getting some more of those plus frames I just talked about, and I don't know if that's going to hit. Nope.
Just had it out there. Invincibility after that. 6H makes the mark, but not enough to kill here. One last shot should do it. However, this is where Biken really kind of shines, like, because now you got all that pressure, all that big 2H.
Ooh, you're going to get bursted out of this.
Yeah, gets hit by the burst, unfortunately, a little too early, a little bit too eager. Still has plenty of meter yet to go with the gun afterwards. Still doesn't hit on that, but nice use of the instant air dash into jump slash Yozansen to finish out the round. That was a quick turnaround, actually, from Toji there. Putting one on the board here, already backing that away from Soul. Doesn't want to get anywhere close to him because 5K will hit.
Yep, that button's just a little bit faster than Biken 2H. Just a tad.
The tad. Nice use of 5K.
Excellent anti-air conversion. Into the clean hit DP.
I'm always scared of a Soul Bad Guy that has, like, proper use of 5K, especially into, like, full combos like that. Like, you're seeing it again after the RC conversion. Going to get the rounds. Press Envy, trying to change things around.
Yeah, it's a strong button. Sometimes victory and defeat can just be a couple of frames, and 5K, that is only a couple of frames.
That indeed, you do pay for it if it's blocked, but on the other hand, you got lots of ways around that here. Trying to bait out something here, goes in for the low at the fast RC. Gonna break that wall. Area shift time.
Toichi been holding onto that burst long enough that now it's hard to get some use out of it, and there we see exactly why. No burst punish, but still gets the round.
Yeah, definitely, like, kind of going back and forth on the. It was like, okay, I've seen what you can do in that first match here. Here's what I'm going to answer to it here. In high school, who had the Gran Turismo 4 save with all the fine-tuned cars on it that you cannot beat their cars. They just spent all day playing that game. That's Biken to a T.
Yeah, Biken kind of does have some best-in-class tools, I have to say. Jump Slash is probably the best air-to-ground button.
It is a bread maker of a button for sure. And also, while we're at it, far slash, even at the beginning of the round, getting, oh man, nice use of Yozansen there afterwards, forcing the burst out. Yeah, like, there's just so many good tools from round start where Biking just can take control early on when you don't even realize it.
Yep, ooh. Tries to roam cancel, keep that safe, still gets hit by that far slash you were talking about. That good old 9-frame button.
All right, use invincibility on the DP afterwards. Oh, nice use of the sweep afterwards.
Yep, may not low profile quite as low as it used to, but it still goes plenty low enough for uses like that.
Yeah, and low enough to get into the corner. Going to break, not just going to get to the other one. Not quite dead, but has a positive bonus. Looking pretty good here on this side here.
Ooh,
just goes for the air grab. Line up the rounds here. Oh, just big 6H. Now, to beat. Sometimes you just got to do that sometimes.
Yeah, 6H One of my favorite hard call-out buttons in the game, honestly.
It's one of those.
Always
It's
so
like,
satisfying when you see that counter hit and them bouncing off the ground.
that's true. It's one of those buttons that when you hit 6H and you get, it's like a good game where it's like, oh, I know I messed up at that point. However, Envy not messing up. Pretty solid round there. Not quite a perfect there, but taking it over in the span of us talking about them. PG early on was able to get some nice conversions, especially with the Kabari afterwards.
Yeah, I do worry for Toiji here because those last two games have been pretty one-sided after that first game. Like, just Envy immediately adapted, and Toiji hasn't been able to overcome that.
I suppose Envy now kind of switching over between like the fake gun flames to throws to like the wild throw afterwards here. Good use of backdash to Tommy. Gonna get a chance to get some things happening here to Tommy. Safe jump. Johnson makes the day. Going all the way to the corner here. Not quite enough to burst yet, but trying to get there to Tommy one more time. 6-8, making it safe.
Envy was feeling himself there and almost regretted it. They, instead of going for the combo after the wild throw, they just went DP, figuring it was enough to live, but not to kill. But those Japanese guts really came back to bite him in the place they don't want to be bitten.
Yeah, bite him in all the metal bits, all the gear bits.
Yeah, all right. It looks like just one or two more conversions will get Envy a clean 3-1, and there's a big counter hit with the clean hit DP with the RC, and that'll do it.
Leaving no, like, oh, that's a good idea. I should apply that to my gameplay. But it looks like we've got Z-Guy out on the Faust here.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. MikeSaftig getting the burst.
Okay, going to go get the grab, get the throw out here. Going to get a setup afterward. Throwing out banana peel. Not probably what they wanted here, but still get a mini
Looney Tunes begins.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a mini Faust getting out. Already thrown out of here. Now it has to deal with all this pressure that MikeSaftig can use with the RCs and Gunflame and everything else in between. Good use of the grab though.
Yeah, I was about to say, Z-Guy is dealing with it perfectly.
Yeah.
No mistakes there.
Yeah, just being careful and just going. It's working. Got to keep doing it. Evening up the life bar. Throwing out, switching over on the other side. Hammer misses, but the PRC does get a couple of hits in afterwards.
The interrupt. Here come the meteors and the cross-up.
Yeah, and that's a very different round than what I was expecting to see already. And I like seeing that Faust play.
Yeah, Z-Guy keeping their cool on defense, that's not always easy to do against Soul.
Oh no, not at all. Especially when like
here comes mini Faust.
Yeah, and especially when Soul is in your face like that, where you can't get away from it. Okay, Parade was on Saftig's side there, trying to throw a little bit of action.
Oh, the combo out of the bomb.
Yeah, I didn't even see the bomb play. That's how kind of where we are. Played a little bit of Pong here. Back into the corner you go here. Similar combo that we're receiving with the fast RC afterwards here.
Once again, Z-Guy just dealing with it perfectly, coming off on top. Looks like one more solid hit should do it, and there's the throw, and OTG does it.
Yeah, on the ground is that hit, and on the ground is that win. Z-Guy giving up one already.
Not just for Faust, but for his opponent as well.
Exactly. Perfect example was like seeing the bomb happen on the other side in that last game here. Already kind of keeping the back away here, throwing out the bomb again, gets hit with the overhead, just throws out like another item in particular. Still wants to keep that setup afterwards.
First, who's gonna pick up the afro? It looks like it's Envy Z-Guy. Still getting an anti-air with that. Here comes the item super.
I actually had access to the afro to get the bounce on love. Gonna go in.
Yeah, MikeSaftig has finally found an opening, starting to loop that strike throw. The BRC for the mix-up. Oh, and the instant overhead. That's got to work only on Faust.
Yeah, definitely with those tall characters. Okay, I gotta shift it up to do something a little bit unexpected.
Like, honestly, I'd be surprised if that worked on Gold Lewis or Nagori Yuki. I feel like that might be a Faust only thing.
Maybe. Okay, Gunflame not quite reaching on the second one here. Trying to mash it out with the 5P. Nothing for it.
Yep, it's a good button. Might as well use it.
Yep. All right, follow it up.
Punish, no cancel.
Yeah, good use of the Night Raid Vortex. But again, we're seeing over and over again. Z-Guy's been able to get MikeSaftig in the corner with those throws here, but not despite the opportunity from the jump in. Got a couple lick here. 6HM with the purple RC.
Yep, after that first game, MikeSaftig is starting to find all the holes in the walls that Z-Guy is putting up, and would you look at that, the Afro's on fire, the burst punish.
Yeah, call the fire department because that round went all to MikeSaftig. As a May player trying to get in, it feels like it to me.
Like, that hand's going places. You may not like where the places where it's going, but it's going places.
It's a doctor. It's for your health. Okay, alrighty.
Just like that bomb.
Oh, gets hit with
medicine.
Oh, yes. A little bit of an herbal remedy, if you will. All right, backing away from the slash, going in. Okay, throwing out the mini Faust. Mini Faust in play here and misses on the dust afterwards. However, still able to keep in the corner.
Yeah, I think Z-Guy was trying to hit the hammer into Mike, but also missed the hammer, unfortunately.
Yeah, trying to maintain that distance is really hard, especially to get outside of Soul Bad Guy's range. Like that, for example.
Yep, that was a really good string of offense from Z-Guy, but oh my god, the fast RC into the charge does.
That's the call. You got to do nothing but hold it, and it's just barely holding on with the scrape of life. Gunflame, the BRC.
Oh.
One of those things where your mental stack is too big, and you get hit by the original Gunflame when you're trying to block everything else in the process.
I saw a world there where Z-Guy air through MikeSaftig for the win.
Yeah, almost there, but not quite. Saftig taking this round and taking the momentum for the last one over here. Z-Guy finally getting the burst back here, uses it immediately here, and still getting the corner. It's
doesn't even need the Roman cancel, but goes for it anyway. Get the clean hit DP, finish the round in style.
Now realizing again, we were seeing it earlier. It's like, well, I see what you're doing now. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. I'm going to make sure in this round I'm going to go up 2-up against you. Proper using really good effort in the corner, knowing what to deal with the pressure. We'll go into that a little bit more after the match here, but in the meantime, go to get hit with the Night Raid Vortex afterwards and try to backdash, but no can do.
I believe that 5P is once again getting 6P'd, and Z-Guy gonna use the burst. Ooh, attempted punish doesn't work out. Has to spend the meter.
MikeSaftig not trying to give any room if they can help it here. Good use attack on the grab here. Tries to go for the jumping dust, and that's going to be MikeSaftig getting all that damage from the combo.
The 2 of all the buttons. That was impressive. On the blocked YRC.
Yeah, I'm always impressed when I see a blocked YRC because it always feels like there's that moment of pause where it's like, oh, I should, you think about it afterwards. It's like, oh, I should have thought about it. I was like, no, you're not. You're thinking about combos. Think about block stun.
Ooh.
Yeah, calls it out there.
Alright, here comes Mini Faust. Cleanly avoids it. Gets hit by the 6P. Here comes Mini Faust.
Back in the corner you go. Another one of those basically patented Z-Guy grabs at this point.
Yeah, Z-Guy has been absolutely incredible at noticing those slight holes where they can sneak in the 2-frame.
And on the other side, opportunity has to arise. This is Z-Guy's last chance here. Going to get hit by Silva, holding on to the burst here, but he has to deal with the corner. Trying to get out of it. Neutral jump, gets hit by something, has to use the burst or it's death.
Still holding on to 50 meter. Can they make something happen with it?
And nothing afterwards. Goes in for the knockdown to get us up. Gets hit with the Scarecrow.
Didn't guess right. Now Z-Guy's sitting on 100 meter.
Gets hit with the second one. Has to force out the burst here. On the other side, go PRC to make it safe. Now DP doesn't care about you being safe.
Oh, and the 2K2D just coming out one more time, getting around.
Kind of keeping the back down, trying to catch a swipe in of the run in here, but it doesn't matter because you're pushing yourself into the corner. MikeSaftig going to take that damage.
Potentially going to take him a little bit more, but hey, I'm not up there.
Yeah, exactly.
And Same here. Sitting on 50 meters, sitting on a huge life advantage, but gets hit by a big counter.
All right, no 6P afterwards, kind of let the banana go into play, but gets hit. Use the burst, very dangerous. I could have gone very poorly, but the jump slash says stay down. MikeSaftig wants to move on and is going to move on in the bracket. A little bit of Axel on the side, and this is one of the matchups against I don't mind it against the Kai as much with Axel, but still it is Axel, low health, going to die at a moment's notice here, especially in your corner like that. Get a big counter.
Oh, the burst bait. And I was just about to say, this is also Danny's Kai, and Danny is an absolute monster with this character.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe I briefly mentioned him before we went live, but I had the pleasure to, in a tournament, I think about a week and a half ago, something like that. Maybe a bit longer. I don't keep track of time. Regardless, I guess the tournament where Danny featured, Danny won the whole thing, beating MikeSaftig twice on the way, incidentally.
You did mention that. Okay, yeah, that's I'm seeing a little bit of that play happening right now. Good use of catching on the 6P. Nothing afterwards. After it still has a corner though, trying to bait out, like trying to make you blink, press a button or anything. It's whatever you want. Kai has the answer for it. The Swiss Army knife of characters. Yeah,
and Danny is fantastic, as we're seeing, at choosing exactly the right tool out of that Swiss Army knife for the right situation.
Alright, use the Resengeki, nothing for it. Afterwards, just going to keep it. It gets a hit on it, tries to go in for the Axle Bomber afterwards, but no can do here.
The jump slash come back to bite them, and the Roman cancels.
Ooh, yeah,
That's a heck of a way to avoid that.
That is, yeah, well, one, it was like the Roman cancel to slow time down, and second of all, it's like, oh wait, I'm already in the dead zone of Rainwater. Let me just finish it out here. I need this win. We're trying to use that 5P in there with like Danny was already dashing, so could go under that. Only a few characters can get hit by the like if they're dashing on that 5P from Maxwell afterwards here. All right, going in for the charge projectile afterwards into the dust we go, into the wall, out of the wall.
Yep, and there's the high-low mix-up off of the JHJD. And clean hit, there's a perfect. What else do you say?
I mean, you say ow. That's what you say. Because that looked like it hurt. Vapor thrust afterwards.
What a conversion off of that max range vapor thrust.
Not only that, but I was actually really surprised was still able to get extra on OTG damage on the combo at the very end there. Finally gets an opportunity to get hit, but immediate burst in there afterwards, and just the good old
burst bait.
The good old fashioned speedrun Kai, where it's just like as soon as you get anything, you'll especially just do like 6P directly to ride the lightning. It's like ow, ow, ow. So
yeah, there's a Kai can be an absolute menace in the right hand, as we're seeing now. There's some plus frames. Being safe, using the air fireball effectively. Gonna get a full combo off of that. Tries to burst bait, not biting. There's the high-low.
Gets it set up, gotta go back into the static shock. Throw it in, uses the 6P to push all the way back. Resengeki still misses on the trying to keep Kai away.
Good patience from Creaky, but unfortunately minutes judges on that Rensen. And is gonna lose the round for it.
Yeah, it was just a little too far away, and Danny recognized the opportunity, just dashed in, got the round at the end there.
Doesn't take the knockdown. Might be a bit of a mistake, but okay. And now you're in the corner against Axel. Counter hit. Oh no.
Okay, using that 2K. Yeah. I like the idea of using the 2K in there afterwards. However, that's probably it.
Yeah, that should be dead.
Yeah, it's, again, Axel low health, and especially the...
And we just saw a masterclass of Kai. Let's see how these two can follow it up.
Yeah, like, this is, it's always terrifying going into the mirror match against them. It's like, oh no, they know all the same things I do. What do I do? Oh,
ooh, bad DP.
Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah,
I don't know if that was an attempted burst bait or what, but I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe we'll see it work out later.
Maybe see, try to bait out something with that BRC afterwards. Like, still has access to the static shock after this. 6P to 6P. Everyone likes hitting the same buttons, getting hit at the same time here.
Ooh. Roman cancels. Get that. Your fireball. And Kaiser has to land one more hit, and there it is. People's elbow coming in.
Good old 6P. Nothing beats that.
That may be a low. Even then, you sometimes just don't know.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like that, like the elbow's made of like solid steel.
Can't you 6P Leos too, Lee?
All right, into the
I'm pretty sure you can.
I don't know. I don't know on that. I'd have to test that out. But
anyway,
we might
having a lot of fun
with
with those air fireballs. Attempts the burst bait, doesn't bite, gets a hit anyway. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The Sid Mirror is the most clown shoes matchup in this game.
I could see that. It's just going everywhere.
But we ain't got Sid on screen right now. We got a dad.
Nope, it's dad time. Adult Swim.
Happy Father's Day, everyone.
All right. Yeah, Getting a little low here. Kind of keeping the distance. One more for the road, though.
Yeah, hitting that Stun Dipper in. Quick knockdown, quick throw. Here comes the attempted throw.
Yes, PRC's away from the 6P, but still stuck in the corner. Has access to burst on it, uses it immediately, just goes in for the tick hit for the throw afterwards.
Ooh, and that's a huge hit. That not quite gonna kill. Wall was 2 damaged.
So let's
That could have hit
the
with
meter.
less wall damage.
Goes in, activates the PRC, just calls it out. Just throws you down on the ground. It's like, I'm not going out without a fight here. Take that round.
Yeah, sometimes you go for the invincible option and you just don't get it.
But really nice call out from there, like on that, just to call out the final action there.
Yeah, speaking of call-outs, that was an excellent 6P in the other direction. Ooh, and a call-out on the burst. And that's a clean game right back for Vertigo.
Yep, Rock'em Sock'em Robot time. Let's go. Okay, catches on Stun Dipper.
Oh, throws the DP. And there's a nice counter hit.
Oh, catches the back dash.
Forces the burst.
Kaiser D using a lot of this air projectile, just trying to keep distance there. Keeps away, wants to stay in the neutral territory. Stun Dipper into RC. Big opportunity coming in here.
Yep. Chooses not to break the wall, wants a bit more Oki. And there we go.
Yeah,
Pays
smart.
off, gets that last hit, and there's the round.
Yeah, smart decision play there. Just like realizing, oh, I can do the reset, I can break the wall, I can get that at the very end to make sure to get the guaranteed round at the end.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I really like about Guilty Gear that's completely unique to this game, is the decision-making around the wall.
Yeah, oftentimes, like in other games too, like you see, like we're going to see it here because that's going to be causing an insane amount of damage there. Kaiser D going to get like a solid chunk. One more little touch will do it. There it is, except the burst says no.
Yeah, Vertigo forced to use that. That probably would have killed. But this throw will also kill. Hits him with the far slash. That's game 3, going to Kaiser.
Been doing a little bit more of like just like kind of keeping the air, trying to just keep out of her range on there. But the at this time now, like kind of switching around, going for the 2 S's afterwards here. Already being pushed into the wall here, but I got a long range maneuver. I got a Stun Dipper too. Let me try to use it here.
Yeah, I've seen that Kaiser has made a very good use of, ooh, not just the air options, but the burst bait off of them. And here comes a wall break. Vertigo gonna be bleeding heavy after that.
Yeah, gets hit by it. Nothing afterwards here. Charges, goes in for the charge projectile, cancels it out to continue the pressure, and the pressure gets it out there. Suddenly, we're on that point.
Yeah, that PRC was very intelligent from Kaiser, keeping that little bit of pressure on, and that's gonna break the wall. I was a little concerned with the routing Vertigo used, but the wall was damaged just enough that it worked out.
Direct Clay kind of going into the wall, catches on the 2P afterwards here. Vertigo having to do something here, but the jumping slash makes it mark here, and this is one of the things that Kai players like to do: ride the lightning immediately from the slash in. They're going to break the wall, get the bonus afterwards here, and then one more going to get it.
That'll do it. One more ride the lightning.
Had enough time, had enough build up from the positive bonus to get a second ride the lightning at the end there to guarantee the set. Always, yeah, exactly. It's always good to see about the adjustment after a long set too. Sometimes you just gotta slug it out though.
I was gonna say, speaking of adjustment, they're already on Yomi level 5.
Looks like adjustments to me.
For those first couple levels, they're just gonna get on the ground running.
No, we're in the middle of like volume 6 of Dragon Ball Z at this point.
Yeah, sorry you missed the last couple of episodes, but hopefully you can enjoy this one.
Well, in this last episode of Guilty Gear Strive, MikeSaftig and DanyMZT control the neutral.
That looks like that's just going to be the end of the round right there. That round went pretty back and forth, but Danny clutching it out.
Yeah, definitely kind of like sizing each other up a little bit.
MikeSaftig having fun with that funny Fafnir button.
Yeah, Fafnir all the way to the corner at that.
I mean, Fafnir's funny. You might as well use it.
All right, set up the shock save. Oh, going to go over it. I'm going to fly over it. I'm going to migrate to the south
train
of the
combo. Excellent awareness from Mike to get that wall break running.
Yeah, be able to switch it up by using the flight pattern basically at the end there and getting the round right. Yeah.
That's a cool conversion.
Right.
Yeah, there's that answer back I was looking for. We got one round apiece.
Yeah, DanyMZT kind of keeping it back, trying to back away from MikeSaftig's all the more damaging buttons, the more beginning pressure. 5K comes out though, hits its mark here. Still in the corner though, thanks to Dire Clat there.
60, and there's the stun dipper. Gonna get that full conversion. I don't think you're dead, but you're close to it. MikeSaftig does have 50 meter to work with. Let's see what they can make happen with it.
Danny just happy just to stay back, see what Mike is going to go and do here. Already backdash once again with the low.
Yeah, what I was really impressed with there at the end was MikeSaftig running under the Fuderar and getting the punish.
In these two matchups, you often have okay, it's time to lab out some of these motions here, and they clearly have done that.
I'm sorry, has MikeSaftig used round start Fafnir every single time?
Let me just keep throwing it out here. If again you were saying funny button, if keep pushing back here, if Danny's not going to go in, might as well use Fafnir to push back.
Yeah, fair enough. There's a counter hit. Gonna get a pretty clean conversion off of that. Good corner carry, whiffs the throw, gonna get punished.
Paper thrust onto the other side, no combo connection though.
Oh, and the counter hit Bandit Bringer into the... Oh, I thought that was going to wall break.
Yep, didn't have enough to get the fly there, but that RC is going to make sure... Oh, never mind.
Look, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Mike got the round. It's fine.
Happy accident. Happy accident.
Look, yes, he tripped and spilled his lunch, but he picked it back up. It's fine. 5-second rule.
Yeah. All right,
bait. Big ol' bait. Gonna get a huge punish with the clean hit DP and burst from Danny. I don't know how I feel about that one.
I mean, just last-ditch effort there. Still has a little bit of life to deal with here, but unfortunately he's going to get hit with the Volcanic Viper all into the corner again. Still, this time, the Vapor Thrust misses again. Has the BRC to keep that safe afterwards here. One more hit's going to do it for MikeSaftig, and there it is.
Yeah, I was really afraid. I expected that DP to just cleanly whiff, but Mike wasn't quite far back enough, giving Danny one more chance, but that one chance didn't work out. He might need more.
Definitely is working overtime at this point.
Big old counter hit conversion. Gotta get the clean hit DP. Oh, and just gets hit by the gun flame.
Yeah, already at half life. Danny's going to have to make up for that deficit here. Throws out the projectile, gets a little bit of shock state here afterwards. Backdash on the Dire. But good, nice use of the 6P, but nothing afterwards.
Oh, doesn't opt to go over the side switch. Instead, gonna just take the stun edge Oki. And Danny backing off a little bit. Gonna block the 6H. Doesn't block the overhead, but is gonna get a bit more of that stun edge Oki. And there's the high-low.
Aptup did make its mark here, but all the keeping the block and all the way to the corner. But doesn't even matter here. Bandit Bringer just gonna cause a couple hits here, make the slashing or get the round.
Yeah, it's gonna hop on over that sword and kick you in the face.
Yeah. Who needs a sword anyway?
Yeah, exactly. Saul's got his fists.
Yeah. Trying to bait out some
+2 fists.
A little bit of playing a little bit of Frogger here, backdashing, trying to bait out anything from Danny. Danny not falling for it here until goes in, makes it safe with BRC. Yeah, uses the throw there to get into the corner, have that advantage afterwards. Tries to back away, and that may have been a mistake here because gets hit with the big 6H.
Discipline there from Danny, not throwing out the burst right when Mike was hard baiting it. Ooh, the instant block for the punish.
Very nice uses of that too, because you're gonna get a much bigger punish. You have forcing the situation to be in your favor.
Yep. Oh, here's the Roman cancel. This could be the end of the round here.
Uses burst at the last moment
to try and finish it off now, and gets. Oh, I think the shockwave missed Danny there. Now got one more chance, but Mike pulling it out, going up 2-1.
You want to find the right opportunity for it, but there's just an urge to spend it as quickly as possible sometimes.
With punish and the counter hit 2D. Ooh, speaking of counter hits, And gets a clean conversion and the burst bait.
Nice.
Yeah, this game's everything's coming up Danny here.
Following up, gets the RC, no surprises, gets the charge dust afterwards, and that is going to be it after the Vapor Thrust there.
Yeah, this time Danny pulled the lever on the slot machine, got triple sevens. I say that like this is luck, but trust me, it's not. Ain't no luck about it. Ain't no luck got anything to do with it.
Gets the follow-up PRC to continue Fafnir with the guard, like forcing the guard to crush there afterwards. And a sliver of life there. MikeSaftig answering back.
All right, the 6P. Danny, ooh. Danny might be pulling this back. Oh, the backdash, the BRC.
Seeing that a
we
lot.
We got a round on our hands.
Oh, yeah, gets a headbutt in here, 1-for-1 here.
MikeSaftig probably feeling really good about closing that round out, even if it took a lot more effort than he was hoping.
Once again, Saftig with the perfect instant blocks on those on the dire clocks.
Clean call out and a very good inversion, but here comes the counter at 2H. That's a lot of damage. Even a flex tape for that one.
Yeah, sets up the charge projectile either cancels out, try to makes the missed grab safe with the PRC. Saftig taking the lead over here. Could have potential to do it. One more touch will be all that he needs for it. There it is.
Danny dying with a full meter. That's never what you want to see. It's more than worth the weaknesses.
And well, going right back, and we got a new match here. It's like Kaiser D versus MjKurase. Yeah, so Happy Chaos versus Kai. If you haven't got your fill of Kai, you get a little bit more here. I guess especially if you see a Kai explode Happy Chaos all the way through the wall here.
Ooh, oh no. What a whiff DT. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Opting to use the area shift afterwards here, kind of keep it back and reset back to neutral. 6P does make a mark. Not enough here, though.
Tries to BRC forward, but Kaiser is ready for it. Gets the 6P, takes the round.
6P being the MVP of that round for sure. Okay, Vapor Thrust. This one making its mark here. Dire Clay.
This is Kaiser doing a great job of keeping Happy Chaos contained.
And that's what contains the great word for that, because if you give Happy Chaos even an inch of a breathing room there, it is just it's going to be a bad time. We saw that happen in the last round actually, and just
I don't know about this one.
Oh,
there you go.
I mean,
they're wrong to doubt you. I'm sorry.
There was a couple options there. I could see where they're going for there, but still had plenty of meter. Might as well go for it, get the distance in there, and get a little bit of a hit afterwards. Very nice from Kaiser.
Yeah, but then, like I was about to say earlier, this is one of the things about Happy Chaos. Just the way the gun works means that he is exceptionally good at taking tiny amounts of space that you give him and turning it into a round, but that round wasn't able to pull that one out of his bag. There, an Umi show simp, and me too. Happy Chaos can be such a fun character to watch, honestly. He's got so many things that he can do. Just the full screen zoning, not so much, but once you really get stuck in and start mixing things up with the throws and the rolls and the instant overheads, there's some cool stuff in there.
Yeah. Okay. Tries to go for the gold burst, only gets the clone, unfortunately, there. And that's one of those tools right there. Being able to use the clone to kind of keep you at bay, kind of make you play this mid-range game. I think really it's the mid-range, that mid to long range that Happy Chaos plays best.
Yeah, Happy Chaos is absolutely excellent at just not interacting if they so choose.
Okay.
But then you run in and get that 5D backed up by the gunshot. And it's that kind of thing that makes me enjoy watching Happy Chaos.
Deus Ex Machina coming out to play, going to bash that wall in here. Kurase adjusting really well in this match.
Yep. Pulling back, has a positive bonus, doesn't need to go in. Can just pull out that concentration super whenever they want, and there it is.
Still has 3 bolts left on here. Just like doesn't even have to. Just going to do the quick reloads afterwards here. Gets a hit. Just goes in for the Deus Ex Machina with 1 hit to get the reload afterwards. Doesn't even need it because Kurase got the round, got the win.
Yep. Just sometimes it happens, and you just gotta dust yourself off. Say, okay, go next.
Yep. It's how you deal with it afterwards. On there, like using the 2S early on in the round start. This time getting the gold burst afterwards. Stun Dipper to RC. Kurase still has access to burst if they choose to use it here. It just goes in for the reset afterwards.
Yep. Ooh, doesn't quite kill it. DP would have done it, just that slight amount of life left, but this is still a dangerous round for Kaiser.
No, it's just 1 hit, but is Kurase going to even let you get near? It's in the mid-range here. Like, Kai has tools that would be able to...
like that?
Able to get in. There it is.
Yeah, with how little HP there was left, I was expecting Stun Edge PRC to come in just to see if they could get that tiny little bit of chip damage, catch Kurase slightly off guard.
Floating Gears off the Kai, waits it for it to disappear. It's still going to get, like, kind of hit, like, kind of trading blows back and forth here. Kai getting the advantage.
Ooh, big counter hit 6H. That's a lot of damage. Here comes the Ride the Lightning, and that should be the game.
Here comes the airplane. Not kill. And there it is.
Yep, we once again saw the BRC forward from Kurase, but this time it was straight into a stun edge. Is Kurase gonna... I was gonna say slop their way to victory, but that's rude.
Sometimes, like, you just need a, like, good old slop fight. Now, sometimes that just, it's all you need. Like, forcing the burst out there, getting the clone afterwards here. Threaten to pull the stink on him. No can do. Gets shocked instead.
Yeah, the curse whiffed, and that might just decide the round. Looks like it might. Because without that curse, Kurase wasn't able to really get any of those gunshots on Kaiser to keep them off.
Got scaled down on that. Not enough to kill afterwards, but he used forced to use the YRC afterwards. Trying to roll, like, doing the setups. First time we've seen roll really come into play. Yep,
there's that cross-up. Ooh.
Oh, already had the gun out. That was going to hit no matter what. Kaiser on set point.
Yep, that was just the perfect time to save them. Now here we are. Kurase has got you in the corner. Ooh, runs up, immediately gets DP'd.
To go for the 2S, but no can do here. Just going to sit back and put the curse on you. And take full advantage of it. Just get these shots in here. Play a little bit of virtual cop.
Yeah, take him to the arcade. I'm going to get my 50 cents worth.
Yeah, I'm like, Mom gave me $5. I'm going to use the whole thing as long as possible.
Look, I'm 1 quarter clearing this, or 1 credit clearing this. If you're going to interfere with that, get out of my way.
Exactly here. MjK can make it his mark here. Throwing it back, has to, like, hold it back based on the gun here. Jumping on the other side, getting in with the low afterwards.
And this is exactly the position Kaiser doesn't want to be in. Happy Chaos got 50 meter. At full screen, only has 1 bullet left though. Has to use the Deus Ex Machina to reload. But now low on concentration. And has to be very careful about how they play the rest of this round.
Letting that recharge a little bit there. And Kurase was doing some stuff with, like, setting up the clone here. Good block on the dust. Still have to deal with the pressure though. Standing up block, nice. Trying to stay away, but tries to catch Kaiser coming in with the 2S. No can do, because Kaiser is the one who got you instead.
Which is where Testament wants to play.
Yeah, definitely. There's a couple of, like, if you're willing to use Behemoth Typhoon in some matters, you can kind of get in there. But again, when you have a level player like Papu, you're probably going to deal with that. And already having to deal with a gold burst and Testament so early on in the match.
Ooh. Hits the cross-up, isn't able to convert it into much of anything, but still has 50 meter they're sitting on.
It
looks like a 50 meter isn't going to come to anything, because Mr. Goldless Man is just swinging his coffin, and your face is right in the way.
Swinging the coffin like a broom for just some very destructive cleaning.
Yeah, that little speck of dust, that's your face.
Yeah, sorry, I missed the spot. Alright.
Giving up a lot of space for that drone, but has that space to give up, so...
Yeah, this
isn't too unhappy.
Yeah, doesn't have a lot of meter to work with on Skyfish. Just going to get a couple little hits there. Tries to go for a 6H, but no could do. Just a little bit of touch right back at you.
Yep, and here's exactly what I was talking about. Gold Lewis struggling to deal with play around these kind of ranges.
It's a follow-up and going into the super, summoning the succubuses. Hello, let's break that wall. Let's get that round.
Yeah. And that'll be one apiece. Bit of back and forth, and already we're seeing kind of what I expect to be the dynamic of this set. If Gold Lewis is able to get in and run his game, Papu's gonna struggle. Papu's just gonna struggle. His Testament's close range options aren't that great. But then on the other side of the coin, if Speed Cola can't get in, well, what do you do?
Right now, like, this is where you want to be. You keep Gold Lewis far away here. Gets in on the other side, though. Opportunity again. The second time the got a gold burst here, and going to get the corner and plenty of damage to go along with it.
Yep, spending all the meter, but gonna get the super wall break, and that's huge when you've only got that little bit left to go.
Just backing away. Doesn't have to do a whole lot. Gets in with the overhead here. Papu taking control that entire that round. Going in big.
It's the only conversion off of that, but that's fine.
Speed Cola opting to go for Skyfish for a little bit, where a lot of Gold Lewis players will end up using the drone, especially for as an approach vector.
Yes. Well, the thing about drone is it's only really useful as an approach vector at these ranges if you're security level 3. But if the drone fails, or if you don't think you even have time to get out the drone, Skyfish is an excellent way of contesting just for that little bit of damage. Now, it doesn't always get you much, but it's way better than doing nothing.
That's true. That's true. The only con to that at that point is that you don't get to build up your meter for security level beyond a certain point on that. And we saw Papu taking strongly controlling that round.
Yeah, and round start there, Papu immediately just giving up all the space to stay away from Gold Lewis. And this time it doesn't really work out. Well, that's just how it goes sometimes.
Okay, and then immediate pressure, waits for the proper time to get the throw and the corner afterwards. Unholy Diver going to get an extra hit, going to bust the wall down, Chris Jericho style.
Breaking the wall with the crow, gonna get the stain, and here you are at the wall. I'm gonna summon my buddies to wail on you for that.
Just a little bit, still that high guts coming into play here. Still has the stink on them, gets hit. Just a couple taps, it's all you need. This is still a uphill battle, for them, but Papu being able to kind of keep up the pace here.
Yes, this is absolutely a rough matchup for Gold Lewis, but it is by no means an unwinnable matchup.
Okay, there we go.
And this is how it starts.
Yeah, sets up the drone afterwards here, forcing the YRC out of here, bursting to keep you into the corner.
Ooh, burst doesn't work out, but I very much agree with that burst from Speed Cola. If you have Testament in the corner, you need to keep them there. And if you have to spend your burst to do that, sometimes that's just the cost of doing business.
Sometimes you have to go in for that offensive burst.
It's the instant block, catches the backdash.
Yeah, into the corner we go here. Going to go sweep the leg a little bit here. Goes in for the other side here, and suddenly things are that. After multiple times of seeing something bust through the wall and that didn't kill, I was expecting that won't kill. It's no, that killed. Well, please for once do not reverse the set. I understand it here, but now that I know that information, suddenly pieces are coming together. The story is coming into play.
Yeah, and Gold Lewis Testament, like I said, terrible matchup. I don't think if I'd go so far as to say 8-2, just because Gold Lewis does have that extremely strong burst potential. He has a tough time getting in, but if he's in, the game just might be over.
Yep. Right now, we're just seeing the correct decision happen there with the backdash at their first and burst out there. Having to block, you got to play the guessing game on the overhead, underwhelming there.
It was a great conversion from Papu, but wasn't able to take it all the way. Just converts that stain hit into a super. You're going to get stained once again. You should maybe buy some better laundry detergent there, Speed Cola.
Yeah,
Here comes the drone. Actually gets the trade, and now Speed Cola's in.
Yeah,
and now Speed Cola's back out.
It was in until that very last moment there. Looked like trying to backdash on that. Still got hit. Papu on set point.
Cola still has a burst to work with. Still has the drone got interrupted, and they're talking about the security meter. Okay, there's a counter hit. Just gonna hit the Roman cancel. Wants to break the wall. Wants to get that stain, and make life extremely hard for Speed Cola.
Yeah, forcing the burst out of here, having to play the game of like running through with the drone.
There we go.
Gets a nice little combo afterwards, gets the hit, and after a big opportunity, going for the down with the system after. Not enough to kill.
Like, this round is still in Speed Cola's grasp if that doesn't happen.
Ooh, misses on the second button here, forcing the Skyfish to come out. Look.
And the Arbiter sign to finish things out. Papu gonna be knocking out Speed Cola 3-1.
Yeah,
and we're having a real classic sword fight here. Absolutely no foul play here, no cheap stuff, just some completely fair sword fighting.
Completely
Please ignore
fair.
the teleporting Nagoriyuki in the background.
Don't worry about the blood meter. Don't ask why it's going up. Don't worry about it.
Danny just playing the Zona game for a bit. There's a DP.
Yeah, big too heavy slash there. Going to go in, kind of keeping it up. Dust like says no, slaps him out of the way.
Mm-hmm. I know it's a slight spacing mistake from Danny there, but it didn't really matter. It's fine. He's just going to go back to throwing fireballs.
Yeah, using like nice job, kind of recognizing like Nagoriyuki has a lot of trouble jumping over, especially the charge fireball there. Gets into like getting back into the a big 2 HS.
Ooh. That. Yeah, Roman cancels just to make sure that still might not kill. No, has the air for the super.
Yep. Definitely has it. It's busting the wall there. Never say never. There it is. There it is.
Yeah, but Danny approaching this matchup in what some would call an infuriating manner. There we go. There's the Kai special. I've been waiting to see it.
Yeah, once you can get away from the fear that is too heavy slash. Where like I feel like that button catches like most things in orbit. It catches low orbiting satellites in the process.
Yeah, Nagoriyuki causing a worldwide communications blackout.
Yes, absolutely.
First fade. And the counter hit, gonna get the knockdown, gonna get some more CSEOP. Doesn't block the YRC. I was kind of expecting it, given that Danny needed with 5P, but
Yeah, there was a little bit of a pause there, but still was able to get back into the neutral territory here, building up that risk gauge pretty high. There's those hits in there. Doesn't get the convert off it, unfortunately, but doesn't need to. Just going to get a couple slices and dices there. If you're good at it, you're not going to pop on there. But unfortunately, if you want to use the shiny tools, you got to use that blood.
Yeah, there was a bold bait from LK. Nothing came of it, though.
Oh, stun dipper gets you out of the way, gets thrown for the trouble. Says that the YRC in there, going in and finally gets hit with a big Beyblade, forcing the burst out of there so late in the round.
Yep. There's the high-low mix-up. Okay, blocks it all again. Catches the backdash, gonna force the burst out.
Ooh, nice use.
Hit.
Yeah, big, nice use of the jumping slash in there to kind of get away from the Nagoriyuki approaching there, having to force to deal with it, getting chipped away, and that time,
DPs through the wires.
just clean. Goes ahead and activates Dragon Install there. Goes to burst the wall there. One more touch will do it. There it is.
No, just gets the meaty, converts it into a low, and that's the round. Catches the Fukio forward, gets some more plus frames, catch the backdash.
Dude, a lot of backdashes.
Yeah, this round is just not going LK's way. Kai's close slash is extremely hard to backdash, even with as meaty a backdash as Nagoriyuki has.
RC to save it safe, and too early because popping in there, building down the bug game. Still goes ahead and uses the burst anyway, get the perfect.
Yep, go for it, don't look back. I can believe in the path I'm on, can you?
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, the path that they're on right now, got hit with that burst punish afterwards. Going to bust down that wall, nearly half the health gone.
Yeah, fake pride and getting hit in the face with the giant sword.
Yep, Vapor Thrust, good timing on that here. Jump, thrown on the other side, charged, Fireball. This time doesn't do anything after backdash, just kind of keeps up there. LK's like forcing the burst out.
Ooh. Bit of an unfortunate Roman cancel from LK. But here we are, back in the neutral. They both got some meter to work with. They both got pretty solid tools at this range.
Got you the backdash on there.
Yep, once again, just another backdash, getting caught by Kai's close slash.
In the follow-up, busting the wall is all you need to get that round.
Mm-hmm. And Danny trying to make this a 2-1.
Yeah, LK saying no with the boot there, going all the way to the corner here. Tries to go for it again, no can do.
Yeah. The way Danny's been baiting out options has been a sight to behold here. Just continually trying to get Nagoriyuki to commit a little bit too much.
And then, not only that, but like LK's not been able to really build up the meter to get the major damage here. But has an opportunity now. Finally gets it in there, goes right ahead, tries that super. That might be dead. Yeah, I think you were right.
Yeah.
I think you were absolutely right.
Yeah, the counter hit 2H. That's, you never want to see that unless you're Nagoriyuki.
Yeah, it's like Nagoriyuki's like, oh, okay, I know what happens now at this point.
Yeah, satellite's coming down.
Yeah. Oh, there's a pop.
Okay, is still able to get the punish.
Yeah, just goes for the throw, just let the health drain a little bit.
Yep, and there's the high-low, but a little screen freeze actually kind of helps with the mix-up, and ooh! That 5K was meaty enough, you still got the burst bait.
Hit. No problem. No problem after that. They can play the game they want to play. It's just Danny is doing a very good job preventing that from happening. Speaking of games being played, time to make that happen.
Yeah, getting another solid counter hit, forcing the burst out of Danny. And that 2H doesn't quite work out. Danny's just content to sit there and throw some fireballs until something happens.
Or projectiles hit in a row.
But, I mean...
If it keeps working, might as well do it.
When you're at that blood gauge level, you don't want to throw out a clone. Ooh, the close slash going the wrong way.
Yeah, very, very rare opportunity. 2P does make its mark here, having to force Danny to go back.
Yeah, but now Danny's able to play that fireball game because LK doesn't have any blood to work with and gets a hit with the Sun Dipper, converts that into a round.
Hold on to the burst for the set point here for Danny. Trying to get anything to happen here. Good use of the grab and getting the corner afterwards. Vapor Thrust tries to backdash away from it. No can do because you get hit by it anyway. One more time for the road.
Yeah, Vapor Thrust is, because of how far it moves forward, it can be very hard to space it out enough that you just make it whiff entirely.
Yeah, especially between the slash and heavy slash versions.
There's another counter hit 2H. That should be the round.
That is definitely the round. That just good call out there, just making sure it's like I've seen that move. I've seen that Fuder arc before.
Yep, perfect conversion from LK to close it out. Danny still got a burst. And no longer has a burst, but it's well used.
Going all the way to the corner here. Gets a follow-up, gets a charge in there. Keep you in the shock state here. Going in for the low one more time. The knockdowns have been working pretty well for them. And getting into the RC afterwards here.
Pretty hefty chunk of damage. LK sitting on just probably not as much life as you'd want. Even if it's Nagoriyuki, that is. It's still just one combo, really.
It's just very, like, you're just teetering on the brink there. Good backdash on the charge dust there. And tries to go for the right, the lightning! Not
quite able to break the wall, but uses that extra 50 meter, get the OTG, get the game, get the set. Danny, moving on. If we want to get into the lore.
That's true. That's true on that. Kai definitely has like the speed game a little bit. Like, you have to be very careful with Testament's buttons, especially in this scenario. But Papa doesn't care. Papa's going to take the corner, get the setup afterwards, throw out the Unholy Diver. Stun Dipper avoids it though.
Yep, that's one of the key things in this matchup. Sun Dipper is so fast and it advances as well as low profiles. Testament has to be on the lookout for that option if they're doing anything that leaves that gap just below their feet.
They teleport out of the way, but no can do. Already back with the Fuder arc here. Tries to 6P it, but gets bicycle kicked.
And there's a high-low, doesn't block it, gets kicked in the face. It's a little violent. I think somebody might need to call a yellow card.
definitely playing a little bit of soccer in the end there. Sets up, trying to go in for the overhead, already backdashing all the way through it.
Ooh.
I like the idea behind that because it was going to get hit by the second part of that because of the curse, the unholy diver on there. But unfortunately, still got hit for probably just a little bit less damage.
Yeah, the burst block after the stain, that's not what Danny was looking for, and that might just cede the round to Papu. We'll see if we can make a recovery, but no, got a double stain combo coming out even, and now here you are in the corner, getting stained. One more hit.
All that, staining the wall with that, like, very nice, solid round from Papu.
Yeah. Kai looking to get that Tide sponsorship, get those stains off of him.
I like him. Papu's been using the low profile of that kick quite a bit to get around the fireballs.
Gets DP'd, punishes the whiff throw. Now here we are back at Testament's ideal range.
And they're waiting for it, get the punish afterwards. Going to get the wall after, and gets into summoning the succubuses here. Going to get that damage here. One more touch is all you need. We said the word control. That's what's happening here. It's control.
Yeah, like, the name of the game when you're Testament is you're trying to put your opponent in a Hitchcock film. And make them deal with the birds all the time.
Alright, try to jump.
I really hope you're a member of the Audubon Society.
Exactly. Okay, Foodor Arc over it, but still gets a nice little hit afterwards.
There comes the Stun Dipper. And the Burst Bait with the Charge Stun Edge. Danny loves doing that. Oh. Once again, low profile.
Okay. Happy to use that again. Danny noticing that a little bit, like trying to bait out something like else on that. Get the follow-up
And
here.
that should do it. Should be able... Yeah, I was going to say should be able to break the wall, but realistically, didn't even need to.
Alright, 6P into... Like, gets in and tries to go for a big charge dust. No can do.
Yeah, one thing I'm loving, we saw it right there, is Danny is using the Foodor Arc to get over Grave Reaper.
I mean, that's one of the ways to kind of keep you out, kind of keep the pushback there. Like, anything you could do to get over that, especially with the perfect arc like that, like Foodor Arc has. It's a good momentum.
It's a unique weakness of Testament's Fireballs in specific. I think they're the only character you can do that to.
Really?
I don't think there's another character that has a Fireball that runs that low to the ground.
With the mains, I understand that. Here, everyone wants to play 100%.
Yeah, might have just been that everyone playing Sin was earlier in bracket and got knocked out.
That's true. Alright, backdash into the slash.
No, there's Stain, gonna force the burst out from Danny.
A nice use of the teleporter there, like just to kind of get it forth, get a couple little clips in afterwards. Still have to deal with Stun Dipper afterwards, using the burst.
Yeah. Making that 50 meter come to nothing, that is a good use of the burst. Jumps and IBs the Grave Reaper, that's one way to deal with it. That did kill. I was honestly expecting Danny to live with the sliver of health there.
We've had that happen so often in this tournament that I would not be surprised either, but in this case it was not to be here. Gets the follow-up.
Doesn't quite get the punish. That was still an air hit, isn't able to get the 2A.
Okay, gets the counter hit 5P, going to convert it into a full combo with the Vapor Thrust at the end. Very nice, significant chunk of damage.
Yep, opts not to ride the lightning, just wants to keep that 50 meter moving forward. This time I think we're going to see a super. There it is.
Yep. Right into it we go. That one's not enough, though.
Yeah, ride the lightning scale super hard. Goes for the overhead. And then gets hit out of their pressure.
It tries to delay that a little bit, and Papu recognizing it, taking an opportunity there. But it's not to be, unfortunately. Just gets hit by the projectile at the end, evening up the rounds.
Yep, that one might have been the failed low profile. Which seems rather uncharacteristic of Papu after all we've seen. But not everyone's going to hit that 100%.
Oh no, not at all. Actually, get a point, forcing the burst out. Big old Foodor Arc here getting hit, kind of resetting back into neutral territory.
Yeah, Papu got to be very glad that traded instead of Danny just getting the counter hit, because counter hit Fudo Arc is something you never want to hit.
It forces the burst into the corner. Arbiter sign, low to high, getting the hit in there. Papu getting the lead with 2-1.
Difference of like 2 frames between the two, but realistically, who's going to be doing that at full screen was wrong.
Yeah, unless you're a tool-assisted speedrun. I don't think... Taking the opportunity after the Vapor Thrust there.
Oh, that counter hit just barely squeaking it out. Getting Papu in the corner. Here's the charge stun Johi. One more knockdown.
Okay, there is the Calamity coming out to play.
One more stun dipper. There's the burst. Oh, and there's that anti-air counter hit Fudo Arc. You never want to get hit by it.
No, it just it goes so far, it does so much damage, and you can convert so much off of it.
Some days I wonder who decided that should be an anti-air. It's very funny, but also very frustrating.
Yeah, no, I'm laughing because it hurts. It's really where
If I don't laugh, I'm going to cry, okay?
Exactly. Alright, speaking of that, Fudo Arc to Fudo Arc again. Going to get the charge, forcing Papu to jump over that. Danny's one to click. Going to get it after that.
Yep, and such a clean round from Danny that even the game's going to give it up to him. And the other one's going to win. I'm just going to curse it.
You're just summoning like the commentator fighting game character would just have a commentator's curse.
Oh, there's a big counter hit, gets the knockdown.
Using a lot of these, like the low kicks, and they're getting in, kind of keeping low to the ground here. Solid use of 6P here, kind of running away with it at this point until that Vapor Thrust forcing into the neutral area.
Yeah, Papu choosing not to use Unholy Diver there was a very interesting decision and one that worked out incredibly well for them.
It was kind of one of those moments where it's like, okay, I'm going to go in here.
And Danny, on just a little bit of health, Papu playing carefully, trying to get that one hit, and there it is. There's the Arbiter sign. Gonna put Papu on set point.
Right, big 6
call.
Yes, Thunder going to get the punish. Yeah.
Oh, there's the Vapor Thrust.
Yeah, there it is.
Look, eventually I'm going to be right.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like, it's you when you got a good DP like that, eventually it's just got to happen.
I love the Roman cancel for the side click there. Just putting Danny in the corner. You are now in jail.
Gets hit with the jumping slash in there, sets up the shock state. Fudo Arc coming to the rescue once more.
Papu sitting on 50 meter, might be able to close the round out with it. But Danny, there's a counter hit.
Oh, gets
the
hit
overhead. Keeping burst safe.
Yeah, saving that burst for the final round, for that final moment.
Final game, final round. It all comes down to this.
All right, going in with the lows already, setting up. Vapor Thrust.
With punish, runs in on the 6H, smacks them in the face.
Okay, using a low profile to get around the fireball again, but doesn't get around the Fudo Arc. Nothing ever really does. You're going to get called by Ride the Lightning here. Get that positive bonus, get on the other side.
Get the positive bonus, get the knockdown. Papu does have 50 meter here. Could make absolute miracles happen with it, but uses it right away.
Uses the RC to try to get pressure, but it's not to be. But it's not. Ooh.
I panicked for a moment there when Danny dropped that final hit, but in every corner of the earth.
I was trying to go in for an early 6P. MikeSaftig are just getting forced Gunflame into play.
And alright, with punish interrupt. One of these days I'll get my words correctly. Baits out the DP. Forces the burst.
Yeah, gets a corner advantage afterwards on that here. Stopping on it, just seeing what the RC shenanigans are going to be afterwards here. Kind of backdash. He gets cut with the counter 5P all the way into the corner we go.
Knocks the combo, but gets the overhead and finishes out the round anyway. MikeSaftig cleaning that one up in a jiffy.
Gets a follow-up on that with the 5K. Going to Stun Dipper.
Kaiser D trying to answer right back, get some plus frames. There's an overhead. Gonna be able to convert that into a full wall break combo.
Yep.
Plenty of damage. Keeping the shock state too.
Gets a big counter hit to start it back up here. Just slowly backing away from the Gunflame, not letting it get the block stun afterwards to keep advantage.
Ooh. I love that mix-up from Kaiser. Once again, the shockwave not going through. Oh, wasn't ready to punish that DP, but still takes the round, and now we're at 1 apiece.
Yeah, it doesn't matter in the end. Still was able to get in there. Stun Dipper, like Stun Dipper can make it anywhere. It's like Uber at this point. Okay, misses on the goal. Yeah, big punish from MikeSaftig. And again, bait gets a. That's it. That's all you need.
Spaghetti on the floor. Italians in shambles.
Inside the ride, at all times.
It won't help you, but it's still nice. It's still better.
It delays the Future Arc a little bit.
6P immediate burst. Gets the end here. Oh, the burst goes wide.
And this is where MikeSaftig's been like just getting those wins in here. Again, we're seeing a very similar round from the first time here. Got the baits out at multiple times and is like looking pretty strong so far in favor of Mike.
Counter hit 6H. Just does another 6H. Why not?
Does the damage, might as well do it.
Yeah, that burst from Kaiser is worrying. I wonder if they're shaken after that first game.
Like trying to find anything, any sort of idea to what they can do to get in there. This time finds the opportunity on the other side, gets the whiff on the Volcanic Viper, going to get the wall into the Ride the Lightning.
And I was talking about being worried. I guess I didn't have to be worried because Kaiser answering back with some pretty strong options of their own.
Using the jumping projectile to get a shock state on there. Gets in, 6P charging that.
And the Ride the Lightning, just to confirm, doesn't want to take any chances.
I like that option. I like that option a lot because you're just guaranteed. It's like it's going to cover the screen anyway. I'm going to make sure I get hit on there. But in the meantime, all throughout that, even as I'm saying that, MikeSaftig is getting half of that life bar gone from Kaiser D.
Yeah, more than half. Looks like just one more touch should do it. Goes over the 2D. MikeSaftig is still working with a burst though, so even on offense, Kaiser has to be careful. Because this could change in an instant, and the counter hit Vortex.
Yep.
Hit him with the Tyrant, hit him with the Wraith, and he wants that knockback to happen, so the more you can instant block his block space, even if you don't necessarily get the last hit, the better it is.
Right. Like the more you're gonna scare the Kai player at that point.
Yeah, instant block, an extremely strong option if you're looking to compete at that highest level. You need to understand it. You need to be able to use it. Oh, and the PRC back straight into the JH.
It looks like it was trying to expect something else there. PRC going to go back. Stay in that corner. I need you to pay rent.
And the counter hit gets the combo, gets the full conversion, gets the round. Some good signs of life from Kaiser. Oh, gold bursts the Fafnir.
Uses the PRC, misses on the Vapor Thrust, loses the opportunity to do to the damage that Soul Bad Guy can do from that.
I wonder if that wasn't a misinput. I feel like that might have been an attempted air fireball.
Like he uses the other part of it for the YRC there. Going to catch on the 2S afterwards, slowly pushing in there, but doesn't matter. I'm going to get out of this corner.
Kaiser still using the air fireball effectively. Gets the punish on the Bandit Revolver. RC, this is probably going to kill with the Volcanic Viper. Not going to wall stick.
Yeah, if the wall stick happened, it would definitely killed, but it just like seemed like one hit away from that. Doesn't matter though. Just brings up the first part of the Bandit Bringer, gets the round.
Yep, MikeSaftig looking at 3-0 this.
On set point, bursting early on the Diary Clay.
Yeah,
one more.
The delay cancel forcing the burst.
They trying to catch on the far slash. No can do, but does get the corner. Vapor Thrust to get out of it.
No, in one of Kaiser's previous matches, we talked about the air movement, and I'm seeing it a lot more here. I'm loving it. It's working out very well. But so's MikeSaftig's air movement, canceling into the air Banderbringer to mix things up.
Follow up here. Goes ahead and get the shock state in there, trying to get out anything, trying to mash out that 5P, but no can do here. Everyone's looking for... We're playing a game of dodgeball at this point.
Yep. That time Kaiser was ready for the air Banderbringer, is able to punish it. And this is down to the wire. Gets the counter hit. That should be the round.
Here we
and
go.
Kaiser D finally on the scoreboard.
We got ourselves a match. Has been doing a pretty good job at least getting it and getting more and more offensive advantage from that.
Yeah, Guilty Gear Strive can oftentimes be a game of inches. Just those very slight gaps. If you're able to take advantage of them, they can mean so much.
Yeah, speaking of, as we were talking about that, gets another gold burst there. Just going in for the throw in here. Afterwards, going for charge projectile afterwards. Using the BRC to kind of get a setup. I saw you trying to do that earlier to me before. I'm going to make it do to you. Get hit with the dire clay afterwards in the door. Get one more charged projectile. One more.
Yeah, I loved the PRC forward throw bait from Kaiser. Even though it didn't work out. And that OTG gonna do it.
Yeah. Going in for a lot more... Yep. Going in for a lot more throws in there, and it's working.
Yeah, so sometimes you just gotta say, I don't need to be a grappler, I have a throw right here.
Why use complicated inputs when I can just go, back or forward D?
Yeah. Yeah, you got your 6-3-2-1-4-6P. I can just 60, it's fine.
Yeah. Nice long Hail Mary of a Stun Dipper. Getting the charge, and big combo from that.
That was... What a DDT bait.
Yeah, just as we were being amazed by that, gets hit by the 6 heavy slash. Going to go all the way into the corner, make it even out in life form.
Oh, the TKDP, Roman cancels, and catches Kaiser off guard.
Once again, we're back on set point.
Yep, and Mike still got a burst to work with, but Kaiser's coming back very soon. Sorry, that is not a sweep you can 6P.
Yeah, getting a lot of mileage off it though. Like multiple times have been hit by the counters on that. Gunflame from a distance there, tries to go over Fafnir, no can do.
Alright, Kaiser still just filling out that max range. With a trade, nobody really gets advantage off of that one. Kaiser might be playing a little bit more scared than you'd like, but it's also preventing MikeSaftig from getting any huge hits, which is very important to him.
Use of the backdash in there, getting like a couple straight hits in there, evening out the life once more. Fast RC into the low, gets hit with the dire clay afterwards here. Tries a backdash for the projectile, nothing for it.
The Ride the Lightning?
Ride the
I don't
lightning.
think this is gonna kill. Oh, and it does!
Surprise, surprise, surprise! In a way, like we could be seen into a final match, final round here.
Yep, we've gone the distance. Kaiser D looking to make the reverse 3-0 happen. I don't think we've seen one of those on stream yet. I could be wrong. My memory is that of a goldfish.
They get them 2S, forcing the burst out of there, get back into the middle area. DRC always switching the side. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
You get mixed in the strangest of places.
Yeah, that's like the best part about RC is like sometimes you get to play and like kind of like again bend with their expectations a little bit. It's working out in Saftig's favor.
Kaiser just gets hit by the 6H, and then here we are. Set point for Saftig.
I never thought that like 6HS would be an answer for Stun Dipper like that, but man, like made me a believer right there.
I mean, it's a fast button. Ooh. Drops the combo, gets a throw anyway. So still in a good situation. Gonna wall break with the Sacred Edge. Right, counter hit sweep. Oh, that was almost disaster. It still got hit with the low.
And suddenly, and there it is. Final match, final round, final point. Winners finals. Here we go.
Oh no! Bad confirmed from MikeSaftig, and now Kaiser's got the upper hand.
It gets a nice, strong 2S afterwards. Going in for Stun Dipper afterwards here one more time.
That was an extremely bold Night Raid Vortex, but it just didn't work out, and Now here we are, Kaiser D with the burst, with the life lead. Only thing he doesn't have is a meter advantage, and even that might change.
Gets the bounce off the wall, playing a little bit of handball. Going to get the corner, get the Fafnir afterwards. Big chunk of damage here. Kaiser D still has a little bit of meter to work with, and the burst available at any time here. Uses RC into the corner. We go here. Doesn't use the burst yet. That might have been a mistake. No, Guts comes into play.
I think everything almost biting Kaiser D.
Oh no.
Oh no. Doesn't have the meter and just gets DP'd anyway.
Oh man, that was such an intense final round between those two.
And you can make it back to Mike in grand finals. Then you might be able to make the magic happen.
Maybe. We've had a lot of play. I don't have these two fought in bracket, or was it
No,
Kaiser?
they have not.
Okay.
MikeSaftig was the one to knock Danny into losing.
Okay.
Ooh, the counter hit Fudora, gonna get the knockdown. Oh.
There you go.
That was...
Vapor thrust for Vapor Thrust here. Getting the follow, get that corner and afterwards.
Yeah, one good DP deserves another.
Trying to bait it out. Using... Kai has that jumping slash is just an extremely good air-to-air move that Kai has, and both players know it. Both players trying to reach out and get that first hit.
Yeah, Kai's suite of air options is extremely good.
Okay, all the way to the corner we go here. Jumping up, like trying to subvert expectations with the 6P afterwards here. Going to go in for the throw in. On the ground and charging.
Baits out the DP. Here's the Ride the Lightning.
And I like that option a lot because like you get the on the ground, you get the charge afterwards, you bait out any butts afterwards, and you bait out that Vapor Thrust in there. Kaiser D taking that round.
Yeah, the 5K's so meaty, you should put it on a sandwich with cheese. Or maybe don't, because I don't really want to eat a boot.
No, I'm good. No boots for me today. I'm full.
I don't really feel like going fishing today.
All right. Kind of keeping the distance here a little bit. 1-to-1 here. Gets a big 2S, forcing out the burst afterwards here.
You know who does feel like going fishing with those 6Hs is Kaiser, and catching more often than not. Great gold burst, gonna convert that into full wall combo. Should be able to break with Ride the Lightning.
Get right into it we go here. Gonna get the positive bonus here, just a little bit of help, like too much, but Danny does have a little bit of meter to work with, uses it immediately.
There's the OP. Kaiser still has 50 to work with. Uses it here. And the 6P to finish it off. I was gonna say, once again, Kaiser using those air options to their fullest.
That'll do it.
And look, some light body modification in the name of killing peers. It's fine.
Yeah, you gotta do every advantage that you possibly can here. Again, we're seeing a similar situation from the first match here, kind of going back and forth, trying to find that opportunity. Finds it in with the jumping heavy slash.
Ooh, interesting choice. The 2D on wake up, but it worked out.
Dipper low profiles under fireball, but still getting pushed slowly into the corner here, forcing the burst out.
Yep, just chooses to burst out of the mix-up. Doesn't want any of that high-low. DPRC. There's a counter-hit close slash. That could be dead. Not quite. I already said I should stop talking about where the combos are going to kill, and I immediately disregarded it, but Danny's still pulling out the round with that Stun Dipper. Ooh. DP going extremely wide. Gonna get the full conversion. That is so much damage.
He gets caught in the foot projectile afterwards. Misses on Diary Clay. Going in, ready for it. Had enough distance to go under with the Stun Dipper here. Trying to bail out burst. Gets that burst bait!
Ooh.
For cross-ups and whatnot. And we're seeing it again here between these two.
Yeah, once you get to a higher level of guilty, you really have to make use of every single tool available to you, whether it's a system mechanic, your character's mechanics, or even just, I don't know, box of rocks you found in the backyard.
Yep, just found them.
I mean, look, if you're getting hit in the face with a rock, you're not going to react well, right?
No, not at all. No, it's be very, very much the lottery at that point. All right, going in jump slash in there, gets hit with the jump HS afterwards here.
Yep, there's the throw. Goes for the high low, but gets back that. Ooh, gold burst from Danny.
And they've been finding their mark with those constantly throughout the bracket run here.
Jumps out. Whiffs the dust, isn't punished. There's the DP. Ooh, slide draw from Kaiser, that might just cost him the round. And there it is, there's the throw.
Backdash into the fireball, right back at you. If you're going to be in shock state, so am I.
Alright. Gets a slight punish. Knockdown for Danny. Gets the throw.
A little bit of a pause there. Goes for it anyway. Gets the burst and the gold pressure afterwards, and gets a big jumping heavy slash into Ride the Lightning.
Yeah, Kaiser does love those gold bursts, and with results like these, who can blame him?
Oh no! Especially we're over half the middle screen. You might as well go for it here. A little bit of a trade, with interesting switch over with the RC there. Danny taking full advantage of that, bursting through the wall here. Kaiser D has a little bit of meter to work with.
Yeah, Kaiser's still sitting on that 50 meter, about to gain another 50. Yeah, Danny had the overwhelming advantage, but Kaiser could still make this happen. Forces the burst. They're exchanging fireballs.
Yep, changing fireballs.
High communication.
Yes, long distance Kai communication.
But historically, most of the time, it has been Danny taking out MikeSaftig.
Looking to have that opportunity again. Danny on 2 points. Could have that happen one more time here. Kaiser D is looking to stop that though. Using a little bit of the forward momentum on the 6P to get around the projectile fireball. Getting into the corner here, forcing the burst out.
Yeah, Kaiser D does not want to deal with that high-low mix-up that Kai can force off of the charge stun edge.
Yeah. Uses the PRC. PRC to make it safe back in terms of Danny's favor.
There's a wall break, we get the positive bonus. No knockdown, but hey, meter's meter.
Follow up, Vapor Thrust all the way into the corner. You can convert off of that. Get the slash in there. Danny on set point.
One more round will do it. Put Danny right back into Grand Finals with MikeSaftig.
A little bit of a trade.
Had a pretty strong start, but is now making some mistakes.
Yeah,
DP. Stun Dipper, bad DP.
Yeah, Vapor Thrust did go through the fireball, but still have to deal with everything around it just because of the timing here. Hit with this Ride the Lightning here. Still has a little bit of a burst, but does have a lot more else beyond that. May not even get the chance to really use that here because gets hit in there with a little bit of a clip. And it is going to be, once again, we're going into Grand Finals between MikeSaftig and DanyMZT.
Versus Danny, Solo versus Kai. Let's rock.
We might be having some issues here, or maybe not realizing here, but they might be just going into it. Okay, a little bit of a pause there.
Don't worry about it, it's fine. Players certainly aren't worrying about it. No real solid hits just yet. Mike gonna burst off that knockdown. And I think that in the business is what we call a pretty solid hit.
All right, gets a backdash. Still gets hit by the end of the kick there, but enough to keep in control. Good, very very nice instant block there to keep on the pressure, forcing the burst out.
Here we're back at full screen. They're still filling each other out, still trying to probe for that opening, and MikeSaftig has found it. Doesn't get the wall stick, but I'm sorry, were those DPs clashing and then MikeSaftig DP'd again?
I think it was mashed out the punch afterward. That was insane. That was I need to double check that. We need to look at the replays on that for sure. But that was insane regardless. Yeah, like Sakura TV, host and owner of this channel saying in the chat right now, someone clip that right now.
I really hope someone clipped that. I want to see what happened.
Yeah, that was one of those situations where I was looking away and I was looking at the other screen just to make sure how chat was doing, and I was like, I missed the very slide of that, and suddenly Saftig had that round.
Yep. Danny using up their burst there to get out of the corner. Still holding up the fireball pressure. The 6S counter hit, doing a little bit of side switching. I don't know if Mike wanted that.
Running forward to get a little bit of that extra corner carry. Going to make it into the corner, but doesn't matter. We're going to side switch. Fooder arc.
Completely intentional this time. Gonna break with the dragon install.
Yeah, that's we've seen that the second time we've seen that tonight, actually. And I know the joke is Dragon Stall, like, usually you never see that win, but this could be the opportunity here. Gets a trade in here. DP!
Ooh, the TKDP.
MikeSaftig is not afraid. How many?
I think I managed like 4.
Okay, all right, that's a respectable number. There's one right there, actually.
Yeah.
Right back at you, though. Going to force the burst. Going to a good burst, though. You can get out the get into the corner there, kind of keeping up a little bit of pressure. Night Raid Vortex.
MikeSaftig also spending that burst right away, but that was a counter hit 6H. You can't take that. That is one of Kai's best times.
Okay, going in there, gets hit with the Vapor Thrust. Onto the other side we go here. Going to be enough to break the wall here, but that's still at a significant deficit.
But that positive bonus often does make the difference. Danny is still very far from out of this. There's the 50 meter, gets DP'd, can't use it.
I'm jealous of characters with a DP between these two, like, just saying this all.
Yeah, I used to play a character without a DP, and now I have seen the light. I will not go back.
Understandable here. Going into Dire Clay, keeping the corner here. Gunflame blocking the projectile in there. Looks like still got hit with the static afterwards. 6P to Dire Clay into the red RC afterwards. Going to go in for the charge RC afterwards here. Going to jump dust to jump dust. Good use of the backdash from MikeSaftig.
A little bit of spaghetti on the Roman cancel and the burst bait. Danny taking that round in style.
Danny looking like not going down without a fight for certain here. Again, the 2D hitting its mark here. 6B Dire Clay misses the mark on the other part here. Kind of keeping it back here, trying to bait out any sort of button here. Big far slash.
Roman cancels to get the wall break. Directly hit DP and Danny. Look at that red in that light bar. That is truly Guilty Gear gaming.
Gonna get the follow up here. Like I got the wall, the Vapor Thrust in there, increase that damage.
You got a positive bonus? Well, so do I.
Yeah, Fafnir into the RC here. I'm gonna still make it my turn.
Yep, Danny forced to FD all of that, so is only just now building the 50 meter for RC use, but gets DP'd one more time.
The amount of time.
MikeSaftig gonna go up 2-0.
Like you got the point still on there.
Exactly.
Oh, Fafnir early on, trying to go with the Night Raid Vortex, forcing the early burst out there. One more DP.
Tries to 6P the Gunflame, that never ends well. The Kara Gunflame actually backfiring there.
A little tip, just like slowly walking back away from the Dire.
Big counter hit, gonna get the knockdown, gonna get the Oki. Safe jumps to DP that time.
Undipper coming into play. This time blocks the burst here. Going to get a little bit more damage. Sets up the charge afterwards here. Blocking on it. Mike just trying to get out of the corner, but no can do that. Just the tap dust says stay down.
And we were talking about moves that end rounds. The tap dust.
Oh, yeah. It's one of the great moves that everyone has that you can just kind of throw out.
Ooh, excellent DP bait. Gonna get the full conversion off of that one.
We're starting to see a lot more like baits out from Danny on these volcanic vipers.
Yeah, when Mike's been so good about them, you have to expect them at any point.
Going to get the corner here. Tries a backdash, delays the throw just enough to get in there. Stun Dipper saves the day once more. Switches over to the side again.
Keeps the wall.
Oh, too far away.
Is that going to be dead? The answer is yeah.
Oh, actually, no. It
actually bursts.
It didn't bust the wall here. Just goes in for the... What you were saying earlier. Yeah, Danny was seeing that. This time, Blake blocked it. Got the win here. We're seeing a repeat.
Sure is.
All right.
And, you know, the
again,
spectator in me wants to see all of it, but I guess we'll see what we get. And there's the DP bait, forces the burst.
yeah, gets a burst onto the other side, so it gets the corner advantage actually afterwards. Big far slash in there, gets a projectile right afterwards here, but 6HS says hello.
Yeah, Danny knew that MikeSaftig wants to burst the counter at 6H, so that time just went for the small bait.
Immediate stun dipper into RC, going to get that wall, going to get the bust after that. Vapor thrust to make a little bit of extra damage.
Get yourself that positive bonus. Blocks the Night Raid Vortex, just gets thrown. Danny got 50 meter to work with. There's the stun dipper, and that will be the round.
I see what Mike was trying to do there, like just trying to like subvert those expectations and also get a little bit of corner carry in the process, but still just kind of it just delayed the inevitable at the end there. So so Dire Clay trying to get in, big, good old soul damage happening now. Fafnir into the corner we go. Get baits out the throw.
Yeah, honestly, what I was more concerned with was the corner carry, because that was just one combo, and then Danny was in the corner. Now MikeSaftig got positive bonus, has full meter to work with, but just gets hit by the projectile, and gets clipped out of the air.
Yeah, tries to escape, tries to fake out on the fake gun flame here, just steep it away, does it again anyway!
Ooh. That was tragic, but MikeSaftig does still have 50 meter to work with. Sends it there. Burst on deck for both sides.
Yeah, the run-up sweep doesn't do anything there. He just goes in for the dive afterwards here. Gonna have to one. Oh! Missed, just following down with the projectile here, forcing out the burst there, and suddenly, once again, we are on tournament. We're now on tournament point.
Yep, and MikeSaftig still has the burst. Danny used this to try and take that round. And, well, here we are.
Catches a backdash, opts, he used the static shock afterwards here, goes in for the charge in there to kind of keep into the corner we go.
Yep, MikeSaftig was kept contained until just then. Danny still feeling things out, trying to get a solid hit. And that's a solid hit if I've ever seen one, but isn't able to convert that into a wall break. There's a DP.
Okay, this, like the dust was coming, Volcanic Viper does not care for your dust at all.
Oh.
But it may care about this at all.
Oh! What? That was not what I expected to happen.
So there was some really good interaction that was happening there. First of all, now we're back on 2-2.
He's done that already.
A little bit of calm, like the tournament is on the line after all.
We are on Game 5 of this Grand Finals. Either we're going to crown a winner, or we are going to go into a set number 2.
Hey, trying to make this happen though, like getting the hits where they count. Into the corner we go.
Yep. There's a wall break. MikeSaftig heavily bleeding on just 10% life, maybe even less on a sliver. Just the raw vortex.
Makes the mark. A lot of damage from that too. Uses the vapor thrust with the RC to get onto the other side.
Gets hit out of the DP.
Yeah, projectile.
And now Danny on reset point.
Yeah. Okay, getting the sweep in there, forcing the burst out. Gunflame barely misses in there. Danny still being able to get an advantage.
Danny, once again, sitting back and playing that game, but gets hit by the counter hit sweep. That's a lot of damage.
Okay, tries to go for the fake Gunflame, doesn't care for it, gets just going to vapor thrust into the charge. We've been hit in this corner so many times, similar situation here. This time, MikeSaftig trying to change that though, into the DP, doesn't break the wall here.
Yep. And playing with patience in the corner.
Yeah, hold off, could have been a very dangerous scenario though.
Waiting to see what Danny does, and now it's going to be a back throw instead of starting. MikeSaftig's got a burst to work with. And both players have 50 meter.
Trying to approach with these neutral jumps in here. Similar thing, just going in for the jump RC to the double overhead afterwards here. Good tech on the burst, evening out the life bar.
Oh, that should be dead.
That's it. No, it's not.
Nope.
It's not. There. Okay.
But
It is. Never mind.
GOTG.
Ooh, Commandeur's Curse almost hit in pretty hard there.
And there's our reset. With
There it
a
is.
reverse 3-0 to boot.
About Danny in the moment, who just got basically a reverse 3. That was a reverse.
That was a reverse 3-0. So now here we are, back at 0-0. MikeSaftig still has a chance to make this happen, but has to win 3 more games here.
Yeah, MikeSaftig has got, I got places to be. And Danny's like, no, your place is with me right here, right now. We're settling this.
You don't get to run away from me.
No, you don't get to run away from the 6P in the Fooder arc here. I'm making a statement now, and it's working.
Now, speaking of statement, that was a very dominant round from Danny.
Yeah, that was a whole press release.
But there's the counter hit. Saftig not able to convert that into the full combo.
Okay, Sun Dipper going in for Sep, going in for the Cold Slash afterwards here. You set up with the Shock State afterwards. Immediately,
again, DP's the run up. Danny's been very aggressive with those DPs this game.
Yeah, and I like that because like MikeSaftig has been getting very, very good with the instant blocks on the Dire Clay, and realized that like he's probably going to try to run up afterwards. Used the Vapor Thrust and took advantage of that. Very nice.
All right, there's a clean hit DP. Danny's in the corner, just a little bit of health, but is able. Ooh, perfect first timing for MikeSaftig. Even gonna get Danny into the corner.
Yeah, strong like whiffs on the punish. Good little punish from Danny on that, but the tap dust says otherwise here. I'm going to get this round.
And the slugfest continues.
Can't stop, won't stop. We're going to, like, again, go to as many rounds as it takes here. Low profile under the fireball.
You think that's a block? Not as simple. Big counter hit confirmed.
Saftig playing a little bit safer there, realizing that like the run-up DP is not going to work after that situation, and still getting punished. Danny's wanting to play the game they want to play.
Hit tap here. That's going to hurt. And Danny, unsurprisingly, bursting that. Just going to make absolutely sure, taking no chances with that Roman cancel, and that's Danny with the first game in the reset.
Side or the like on the winner side, they get that readjustment. They kind of realize like, okay, this is a set that truly matters here. MikeSaftig getting a couple early good starts here. Tries to go for 6H. Not a big punish for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that can punish the fireball, but wasn't that the spacing for that to work? Gets slow, isn't able to convert that into a knockdown though. And the DP bait.
Danny thought that it was coming out again. Thought it was time for it. Like got punished for it instead.
Danny pulling out the Kai special, catching the backdash. Like I said, that Kai's close slash is very hard to backdash. Oh, and the punish with the Stun Dipper, gets the side switch, gets the wall splat, gets the wall break.
The Stun Dipper, like, changing it out with the RC, making it safe, gets the hits afterwards. Danny getting the round.
Yeah, and there's another one of those decisions around the wall. Sometimes you don't want to break the wall with super, even though you would get the knockdown, because you can use that meter to do some grimy stuff right away.
Okay, backdashing on there. Again, we're seeing a lot of those jumping projectiles come out from Danny. Not working at the moment here because Soul's also taking that damage.
Yeah, that was a huge combo. Could be the change in fortunes for MikeSaftig was looking for.
Yeah, misses the follow-up.
So it's plenty of life to work with, so this isn't that big of a deal. Has 50 meter as well.
Charge of only one single jumping dust afterwards here. Still has the power of the corner. Fooder Arc stays in your corner, but the DP says, no, I need to get out. Try to, like, looks like trying to, like, get, like, anything out, but doesn't bait out the burst.
But Danny, once again, bursting at the end of a round that they lose.
Very dangerous spot to be.
Yeah, and Mike still got their sword.
It blocks the gun flame, goes into projectile after a big Vapor Thrust.
Like, I could block that, but I'd rather not deal with that.
Definitely more fun to just like Vapor Thrust all the way through it. He tried to backdash, kind of keeping that as safe as possible there. Stun Dipper using PRC to keep it safe. A little delay on the DP does not make its mark though here. Very good position here.
Excellent YRC. Gets the gun flame. Bandit Bringer. Well, MikeSaftig is still just on a sliver of health, so Danny could win this through chip damage.
In the bullet hell game a little bit here, trying to adjust it, only getting shock stick, but then you've got to watch out for the stun dipper coming at you from a low angle.
And that'll put Danny up 2 games to none.
That would be insane, but that's a possibility. We've already had 2 of them so far. We've had one in winners finals, we've had one in losers final, and the grand finals. We could have one happening here. It's all up to these 2 players, though. MikeSaftig's got to turn things around at this point. Gets a couple hits in there, but no connecting flight.
Yeah, drops the combo and gets him with the charge.
Yeah, big charge dust and big damage. I love it when the charge dust comes out. It's like you can't do anything about this.
Oh, bit of weird combo drop, and MikeSaftig's able to throw. But there's the counter hit, and Danny gonna go up to set point, tournament point even.
6P, the Fudora arc, you still have to block all that. You're not safe just after the first hit. Vapor thrust here. Danny feeling pretty good right now.
Oh, Clash cancels the DP and gets the better of that exchange.
Yep. Uses the PRC to make that safe. Gets in with 6P afterwards here, kind of evening up the life bar. Take that flame.
Once again, both players are just fishing, looking for a solid hit, and looks like Danny's finally landed it. MikeSaftig does have a burst. Doesn't use it. There we go.
Yeah,
that was the last chance for them.
Yeah. Oh, gets clipped with it and misses on the secondary fireball just because of like how the roll was. Just a little bit too early on that. Tries to go in for a 6-8 and misses on that part. Danny taking it all the way back.